So as a master procrastinator, momentum is crucial in completing tasks and achieving goals. Look at me here, literally 10 minutes ago, scrolling YouTube for ideas, checking Instagram, and seeing if I can bag a deal on Facebook Marketplace. Bear in mind, I haven't uploaded in 3 weeks. Before that, however, I'd posted 19 videos in 30 days because I had momentum. See, momentum is like this. When starting a task, you're here, with a bump requiring forced work to get you over. The next day, that bump is a little smaller, and then a little smaller, then a little smaller, until at some point it becomes so ingrained into your daily routine that it can take little to no effort at all, causing the road to enter a decline and a habit is formed. However, take a day off, a week, or even a month, that bump will start to form again, getting bigger and bigger every time you avoid it. While you may have momentum carrying progress for a little while, if we use the gym as an example, at some stage, if left long enough, you may even regress. Bring the ball further back in the form of losing strength, cardio, or even a change in physique. After that time off, you're faced with the bump again, and in creeps the procrastination. Over the last few days, one of my goals has been to make this exact video, but because of procrastination and knowing I've fallen off my momentum, I've done anything but. Last night, for example, instead of writing my script, I decided I needed a change of background, so I flipped my entire desk around. Taking me hours, and yeah, I'm sure it somewhat adds to the video, but it didn't actually get me any closer to pressing upload. Now, depending on the task, the bump will vary in size. Cleaning your room, for example, the bump is pretty small. You know you need to do it, but you just can't be asked. Producing this video, yeah, it's a medium-sized bump. All I really need to do is open up notes, start typing, and the momentum will start forming. Starting the gym or a fitness journey, now that can be a massive bump. Depending on the type of person you are, you may be conscious of judgment, looking silly, or even the idea of the commute, all of which plays its part in your brain justifying not going today. There are, however, many ways in which we can manage the size of these bumps. If we take starting the gym for example, we can break down the justifications we're telling ourselves for why we can't start. The fear of judgment or looking silly, you could take a friend, someone with as little experience as you, so you can experiment, you can talk, you can laugh together, or you can go with someone who's got a bit more experience. Therefore, they can walk you through it, they can give you some guidance, and give you that safe space in which you're being coached by someone else, essentially. To combat the commute, try and find a gym as close to you as possible. If, like me, you live in a town where there isn't really a gym that close, I'd suggest making a playlist of songs in which when you get in that car and you start playing, it will amp you up to go for at least semi-decent workout. If I ever find myself not wanting to train, I've got this playlist of Conor McGregor interview edits, I don't know, but in it's on Spotify, it's called McGregor Mentality or something, and it's loads of sound bites from his come up, from the various different interviews he gave. I'll just get in my car and I'll start playing those. Then on that drive, I'm listening to his past words and knowing what he's achieved now. And I don't mean to be glazing or anything, but I don't know, it always puts me in a good mindset and normally leads to a session that is actually better than if I'd been motivated in the first place. Perfection can also be a major bump builder. Fueling our perfectionist mentality rather than producing and iterating, we send ourselves into this spiral in which we can't start until we feel we've got all the information and that we know how to do something perfectly, right off the rip. Can you imagine a fat guy telling you he spent the last 2 months coming up with the perfect program, the perfect nutrition plan, and he's wading his way through all the contrasting opinions online, that he needs the perfect setup before starting the gym? No, you tell that guy to shut the fuck up and get in the gym, get working out, and from there he can iterate on what does and doesn't work. It's the same with anything. Chase progress, not perfection. All of these videos I'm making now, I'm doing to improve my speaking ability because I recognize within myself that's something that I kind of lack on and want to improve. If I'd waited until I'd read every single book on communication, memorized the dictionary, I'd be there forever. Start now, get perfect later. If after applying these principles you find yourself on a hot streak and you're getting the work done day in, day out, but then something comes up, as life does, and you find the streak comes to an end, try your absolute best to get back on the horse as quickly as possible. Fight your procrastination and don't let your bump grow any bigger than it needs to. And certainly do not let yourself regress. I get that it's so much easier said than done, but if I had pulled myself in sooner, I could have made another 10-20 videos in which one of them could have popped off and my life would have changed forever. Having said that, I've got back on the horse now. Rather than dwindling on my past wandering, I've reeled myself back in and stopped the bump growing any larger. Sure, there's some regress, a few subscribers lost, and I can say to you the best time to have done this would have been 2 to 3 weeks ago. But the second best time is now. Sometimes life gets in the way, and I get that, but it's recognizing that and getting back on track as quickly as possible that will carry you toward growth and progress. I hope this video has been somewhat useful. I know I certainly needed it. I wish you all the best. Much love.